How's it going, everyone? Welcome to UFC 264, Poirier versus McGregor 3 fight predictions. Let's get into the fight predictions to find out what I chose and how I see the fights playing out. Hope everyone enjoys the fight Saturday night. Leave me a comment below on your fight predictions. Let's get into it. First fight on the main card at bantamweight, Sean O'Malley versus Chris Moutinho. Sean's striking, I think, is going to be too much for the newcomer. He hasn't had enough time to really prepare for the striking that O'Malley is going to bring. So I'm going to go with O'Malley KO TKO round 2. Next up at women's bantamweight, Irene Aldana versus Yana Kunitskaya. Yana's ground game is really good, but I think Irene, she'll be able to keep the fight standing, and her striking is going to be way too much for Yana. So I'm going to go with Irene decision. Next up at heavyweight, we got Tai Tuivasa versus Greg Hardy. Greg Hardy has the one-punch knockout power, but he gets wild. I don't know if he's disciplined enough to take his time. Tai is going to move forward, and I think Tai will be able to catch Greg Hardy because his defense isn't all there yet, being that he's so new. So I think Tai Tuivasa gets a KO TKO round 2. Next up at welterweight, Gilbert Burns versus Stephen Thompson. Burns' ground game is really good. He's got power in his hands, but I don't know if he'll be able to get close enough to Thompson to be able to catch him with anything. I think Thompson's going to be able to get in and out with his footwork and his karate stance, and he's going to be able to pick Burns apart and get a decision win. Next up is the main event, Dustin Poirier versus Conor McGregor 3. Conor beat him 7 years ago. Dustin recently, 6 months ago. I don't think Conor has enough time to learn all the techniques that he's been away from the game for a while. The leg kicks, the ground game, to get out of that boxing stance, to get back to his regular stance that he's used to fighting at. At this weight class, Dustin's able to withstand a lot more punishment. He's not draining himself as much as he used to. I think he'll be able to withstand Conor's power early, and similar to the last fight, I think he'll start picking him apart when we get into round 2 and round 3. And I think he's going to be able to catch Conor again, KO TKO round 3. Now I'll use UFC 4, the game, to kind of show you how I see my prediction playing out.
Coming up next, it's a lightweight joke between Dustin the Diamond Poirier and Conor McGregor.
Withstand power punches, clinch, and push him up against a cage to tire him out. And just like the last fight 6 months ago, leg kicks. Any chance he gets, leg kicks, especially if Conor stands in the same stance that he did before.
Very quick. So quick that your opponent cannot react. Right uppercut, he shifts his weight off to the side and lands it.
Also, if he can get him up against a cage or even in the middle of the octagon, go for takedowns and just lay on him and punish him with strikes. And then once we get to the later rounds and Conor's stamina's drained a bit, I think Dustin will be able to catch him with something big to finish the fight. And that's it for UFC 264 fight predictions. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoy the fight Saturday night. Leave me a like, share, and a comment on what your fight predictions are of the fights. And until next time, I'll catch y'all in the next one.